Hello and welcome to another edition of BOI Weekly. I'm Olayemi Odunuga. As part of the federal government's efforts to boost medium, small and micro enterprises in the country, the Bank of Industry has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Nasarawa state government for the implementation of a 500 million naira youth revolving fund. Speaking at the signing ceremony, the General Manager, Northern Region of the Bank of Industry, says the program is aimed at supporting and protecting the livelihood of millions of MSMEs across the country. The program, which is part of an initiative of the federal government and the World Bank, seeks to support the recovery efforts of states over the next 24 months. In his address at the event, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Bank of Industry also says the strategic partnership between the bank and the Nasarawa state government is a testimony of appreciation by both parties that youth entrepreneurship is a strong, critical driver of growth and development in Nasarawa state and the country at large. On the program this week, we focus on the MoU signing between the Bank of Industry and the Nasarawa state government. Welcome to the program. Welcome back. Represented by the General Manager SMEs of BOI, the Managing Director, Mr. Lupito, explains that the Youth Revolving Fund scheme can be utilized for the provision of long-term loans for the procurement of industrial and business equipment, as well as working capital loans for raw materials and other consumables. The MD adds that the fund will be administered at a single-digit interest rate with a tenure of 3 to 5 years. The target beneficiaries are expected to come from the following sectors that have been identified for critical growth, such as manufacturing and processing, ICT, digital marketing and e-commerce, transportation, creative industry and entertainment, among others.
It's a moment of celebration as the Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule, his deputy, traditional rulers, other top government functionaries and youths converge on the Aliyu Akwe Banquet Hall of the Government House in Lafia for the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the state government and the Bank of Industry for a 500 million naira youth revolving fund scheme. The Nasarawa state governor who launched the scheme says the partnership is timely as it is aimed at adding value to the policies and programs of a state government. The scheme has the state government paying a matching grant of 250 million naira and the bank paying the same amount to hit 500 million naira. The scheme is to provide loans for indigenous entrepreneurs engaged in micro, small and medium businesses in the state with the hope of minimizing restiveness and enhancing the growth of the state's economy.
It is my pleasure to address you today on the occasion of the signing of this MoU with the Bank of Industry and the official launch of the 500 million naira youth revolving fund scheme, which is taking place right here in Lafia. Let me specifically welcome the Managing Director who is able to present it, by my dear brother and all the members of the team from the Bank of Industry. I also acknowledge the presence of other distinguished guests who are here at this important occasion. I need to commend the Bank of Industry for conceiving the idea of this youth revolving scheme, which is designed to provide soft loans to our youth in order to take off and expand their businesses. This initiative will no doubt add impetus to our drive towards wealth creation through investment and generation of employment with the sole aim of reducing poverty and self-sustenance. This will also go a very long way in curbing youth restiveness in our own society. Today's occasion is significant as it is in tandem with the philosophy and vision of our administration, particularly in the development of the youth through the creation of equal opportunities to realize their own potentials for socio-economic development. This is why, since our assumption of office, this administration has remained committed in evolving deliberate efforts towards stimulating our economy through desired human capacities. Accordingly, we developed a blueprint which is tagged Nasarawa Economic Development Strategy NETS. This initiative resulted in the establishment of the Nasarawa Investment Development Agency, NASIDA. This endeavor has already attracted investments from different investors who are investing in different facets of our economy, with our youth being gainfully employed. We have also made frantic efforts towards boosting economic development, resulting in the increase in our internally generated revenue by 49% even in the year 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic. Efforts have since been intensified to surpass this landmark in the years ahead. It is also important to state that an independent evaluation platform called the Kingmaker has showed that Nasarawa State has moved from the number 24th position in the previous years to now number 12th position. This is based on the fact that our ease of doing business and investment promotion has also earned over $500 million in the key sectors of our economy, translating into better life for the citizens of the state. As part of deliberate efforts towards empowering our teeming youth and women in line with the posture of this administration, we have established the Wing Commander Abdullahi Ibrahim Vocational and Skill Acquisition Center, which has since been handed over to Industrial Training Fund ITF for optimum and maximum utilization. This center will engage our youth in meaningful ventures with a view to open vistas of opportunities towards wealth creation, employment generation, and poverty alleviation in the state. In the same vein, we are partnering with TMAX, who are consultants that will train 2,000 youth on the relevant skills at the end of this training, as well as give them starter packs for self-reliance. This is further supported by the monthly stipends throughout the training period. Furthermore, this administration has trained over 200 youths on the employability and entrepreneurship program and equipped them with 21st century skills. This is in addition to the domestication of the federal government cash transfer policy as Nasarawa State Cash Transfer Scheme, where beneficiaries, usually the vulnerable in the society, receive the 5,000 naira stipend on a monthly basis with a view to improve their condition of living. Realizing the importance of youth inclusion in governance, our administration appointed youth and women into various political positions in order to give them a sense of belonging and include them in the scheme of change. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today to witness the signing of the MoU with the Bank of Industry to assess the 500 million naira for Nasarawa State Youth Revolving Fund scheme. In this regard, we have approved the matching fund agreement in the sum of the 200 million as counterpart contribution for this purpose. This indeed is also the phase one. As far as we are concerned, the scheme will be monitored, and once it is monitored, our next plan is to ensure that we match 500 million and the Bank of Industry will have 500 million so we can have 1 million. This idea actually has historical, this transaction has historical background. In the year 2009, when I was in the Govt group, we actually invited Bank of Industry and asked them about their interest rate, which they gave us roughly about 10%. So from the Govt group, we now said we are going to give 5 billion and let Bank of Industry bring 5 billion to make it 10 billion naira and give it to small scale businesses. And we are not interested in the interest, so we generate 10 billion naira with their 10%, so at the end of the day, the people are paying really just about 5% interest rate for it. And this is where we get the idea. And I'm happy when I asked Dr. Mohammed, he told me the scheme is still on. I don't know how many people from Nasarawa State have benefited, but I'm pleading with Dr. Mohammed that I'm still with Govt. So please let people from Nasarawa State also benefit.
In a speech shortly after the MoU signing, Nasarawa State Governor Mr. Abdullahi Sule commended the BOI for conceiving the idea of a youth revolving scheme designed to provide soft loans to youths in the state in order to take off and expand their businesses. He said the initiative will not only add impetus to his administration's drive towards wealth creation through investment and generation of employment aimed at reducing poverty, but would also go a long way in curbing youth restiveness in the society.
And I also look at the brochure that you have given to me, and I saw the requirements, for somebody. Bank of Industries has clearly stated how much it is going to be for somebody to provide guarantors. And it's very easy to provide somebody, who is going to be a top civil servant, and then someone with the minimum position of SSA. I strongly believe that this is not much to provide, but the most important part is to understand that part of the requirement for assessing this loan is not because you know Shaibu Sani, or you know Ubandova, or you know the rector of the Federal Polytechnic or the State Polytechnic, or probably you know Anduma, and the rest of that. All those are not requirements. The requirement, as clearly stated, is to ensure that even if you are a youth, like our secretary of the party in the state, you must go through the proper procedure, and you must mean well that you are getting it, because at the end of the day, as you get it and you are paying, somebody else is also getting it. And as I said, our plan really in this administration is to see that we bring another 500, so that at the end of the day we can have a 1.5 billion revolving fund that is owing in Nasarawa State for the youth who've been well, who will be able to help themselves. At this juncture, let me once again commend the Bank of Industry for this worthy partnership. I therefore urge the prospective beneficiaries to make judicious use of the funds for the purpose that is meant for. On this note, therefore, it is my pleasure to launch the Nasarawa State Youth Revolving Fund Scheme for the benefit of all, and I thank you and may God continue.
In his address, the Managing Director and CEO, Bank of Industry, Mr. Olukayode Piton, says the strategic partnership between his bank and the Nasarawa State government is a testimony of appreciation of both parties, that youth entrepreneurship is a very critical driver of growth and development in the state and indeed the nation at large. He was represented at the event by Dr. Rislanuddin Mohammed, the General Manager SMEs of BOI, who explained that the Youth Revolving Fund scheme can be utilized for the provision of long-term loans for the procurement of industrial and business equipment, as well as working capital loans for raw materials and other consumables. The Managing Director adds that the fund will be administered at a single-digit interest rate with a tenure of between 3 to 5 years, with the target beneficiaries expected to come from the following sectors that have been identified as critical growth sectors, namely manufacturing and processing, ICT, digital marketing and e-commerce, as well as transportation, creative industry and entertainment. Others are Greek business, healthcare and fitness education, as well as renewable energy, eateries and cafeterias, art and craft, and solid mineral processing.
It is my distinct pleasure to welcome you all to the signing of this memorandum of understanding between Government of Nasarawa State and the Bank of Industry. This MoU is in respect of the 500 million Youth Revolving Fund YRF scheme, which was developed to provide financial assistance to indigenous entrepreneurs who are engaged in micro, small, and medium businesses situated in Nasarawa State. The YRF scheme is a matching fund agreement, which means that both the state government and the Bank of Industry contributed the like sum of 250 million to the fund. The strategic partnership is a testament of the appreciation of both parties that youth entrepreneurship is a very critical driver of growth and development in the state and indeed in the nation at large. Research has shown that Nigeria has one of the highest youth population in the world. with current unemployment rate estimated at 33.3% and youth unemployment of about 42.5%, the need for financial interventions in this demography cannot be overemphasized. Therefore, this event could not have come at a better time as we proffer solutions to long-standing socio-economic issues such as rising unemployment rates, increasing poverty, and increasing crime rate. Technically, high, what we call misery index, that are rampant in the Nigerian environment today. We are optimistic that this funding partnership will expand the capacity and productivity of medium, small, and micro, small, and medium enterprises in this great state. The YRF scheme shall be utilized for the provision of both term loans for the procurement of industrial and business equipment, as well as working capital loans for raw materials and other consumables. As well as other consumables. The fund will be administered at a single-digit interest rate with a tenure of between 3 to 5 years. This matching fund will also target beneficiaries in the following sectors that have been identified as critical growth sectors. And these are, they are by no means exhaustive anyway. Manufacturing and processing, ICT, digital marketing and e-commerce, transportation, creative industry and entertainment, agribusiness, healthcare and fitness education, renewable energy, eateries and cafeterias, arts and crafts, and solid minerals processing. At this point, I would like to provide some brief background about the Bank of Industry and our role in supporting Nigerian enterprises, both financially and non-financially. BOI is Nigeria's oldest development finance institution, and our mandate is to provide financial assistance for the establishment of large, medium, and small projects, as well as the expansion, diversification, and modernization of existing enterprises and rehabilitation of existing ones. In line with this mandate, we play a significant role in supporting Nigerian enterprises by providing innovative financial services, mostly through single-digit interest loan that we provide with medium to long-term tenors, as well as moratorium opportunities. The bank is 63 years old, and over the years, we have observed that MSMEs, especially startups, youth and women, do not receive adequate attention and support required to enable them to manage successful and sustainable enterprises. Hence, at the Bank of Industry, we have developed dedicated structures and products to support the formation segments in terms of finance, business advisory, and capacity building. Your Excellency, sir, the Bank of Industry has continued to make visible strides in its support to the MSME community across the country. I am particularly pleased to let you know that in Nasarawa State, as of today, the bank has disbursed about 500 billion to 23 business enterprises. In addition, over 200 million loan facilities have been approved for 5 new projects, while we are currently reviewing another 5 new loan requests with a total loan value of 1.1 billion naira in your state, sir. I am indeed happy that this collaboration has proceeded smoothly and fruitfully. As we officially launch the 500 million Youth Revolving Fund scheme, I would like to sincerely appreciate the indefatigable Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer Abdullahi Yusuf, and his team for their tireless and consistent drive, support, and cooperation in making this program a reality. It is further evidence among other great initiatives of your commitment and service towards empowering the good people of Nasarawa State. I would like to reiterate our commitment to support the federal government's plans to achieve sustained socio-economic development in our dear country. I also look forward to the successful implementation of this fund to deliver impactful outcomes that will foster the socio-economic growth and development of Nasarawa State in particular and Nigeria at large.
The Senior Special Assistant to the Nasarawa State Government on Youths explains that the scheme is a collaboration between the Nasarawa State Government and the Bank of Industry, where each of the parties provided 250 million each, with the funds to be managed by the bank in order to ensure professional value addition and execution.
On behalf of the entire youth constituency in Nasarawa State, want to register our profound gratitude and appreciation to the Governor and Government of Nasarawa State for this very rare privilege and opportunity given to the young people to access these funds so that we can become employers of labor, not the other way around. This is very, very rare, and we appreciate His Excellency for this very gesture and want to pledge our continuous support and commitment to ensure that the exceeding all expectation mantra becomes a reality as far as Nasarawa State is concerned. We thank you most sincerely, and may God bless you all. Thank you very much,
The youths who are the ultimate beneficiaries of the scheme are highly appreciative of the scheme, which will provide massive employment for them, in addition to transforming them into employers of labor.
Nasarawa State Government, desirous of improving the quality of lives of its citizens, has deemed it fit to take on human capital development as a game changer and has continued to strive towards excellence among others. It is in this connection that the Human Capital Development Office works relentlessly to ensure that the human capital indices of the state are improved upon by at least 50% in the year 2030. It is imperative to stress that, given the present rapid technological advancement into a technological-based economy, where life as we know it is evolving beyond imagination, where the things we thought were impossible are now possible and even becoming a norm. This is why it has become a prerogative for every individual, unit, institution, and government to rise to the challenge of accelerating growth and development so that we could retain life and living as well as maintain our relevance in the global arena. His Excellency graciously granted approval for the 500 million naira Nasarawa State Youth Revolving Fund scheme. The scheme, a collaboration between the state government and the Bank of Industry, is a matching fund agreement where the state government provides 50% of the total sum, being 250 million naira, and the Bank of Industry matches the funds with another 50%, bringing the total to 500 million naira. The funds will be managed by Bank of Industry for professional value addition. So for some of you that have been asking me how far, it is indeed very, very far.
I know with this, our businesses, especially the women, is taking us to another level. We will not remain small again. For those of us that are already there, we intend to expand more. And for those of us that are yet to be there, my fellow women are here. We are going higher. So I urge us to support this government come 2023. The General Voice 2023 for AAC.
With the launch of the 500 million naira Youth Revolving Fund scheme by the Nasarawa State Government to be managed by Nigeria's foremost development bank, the Bank of Industry, youths in Nasarawa State have been placed on the highway to success.
Over the years, the banking industry continues to provide interventions for industries to thrive, and there is more where that came from, which is why if you need support as an entrepreneur to grow your business, kindly visit any of the branches of the bank closest to you or log on to their website at boi.ng. You can also follow the bank on all social media platforms as displayed on your screen. And that's all we have for you on this week's edition of BOI Weekly. Until we come your way again next week, I'm Olayemi Odunuga. Thanks for watching.